How's it going tonight, guys? Tonight's episode is going to be a little bit of random work here. I've been trying to hook up the second crusher here and route things to work the way I want it to work, and without having a pipe that does exactly 64, it's getting to be a real headache. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this crusher out, and I'm going to move all my crushers over here. Now, what I'm thinking here is if I put this here and this one here, then I can have both crushers right there, and I can just run pipes up to each one of them. It's going to be a little more routing of the power than I want to do, but I think it's going to end up being less than what I have been doing. So let's see, if I put them on this side, I could get to them. Let's try that. Hold on a minute. So make the routing a little bit easier. That there, that there. And then we're going to use a small pipe. We're going to run 2 independent pipes straight over to these 2 boilers. And then hook them up. And because we're running distilled water, that should be just fine. So let's go ahead and preheat them. You'll notice I've made a few extra boilers, and you'll see that nice death marker there. That's because I was a dork and didn't go get my heat suit and touch the top of a boiler when it was still hot, and well, you got the idea. So let's let these heat up. Go ahead and throw my tin ore in this one, my bauxite in this one, and we'll come grab these pipes. Put these here. We want each one independent, so basically its stuff's gonna go there. And well, let's not do that. Let's put it over here. And let's see. Let's grab this one. Do I have another electrum pipe over here? Got some other stuff in this room I need to show you here in a bit. Got one large one. Got 2 large ones. Let's see how this will work. Do I have any in here? No. Let's do this real quick. Have a look, see. Everything's off. I put in a 3rd boiler. I moved my liquid one over here. so I could get rid of some of the creosote a lot quicker. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and go. Those are running. Those should be heating. I'll pop these off of here. Let's put these two large ones in. Put them together. And then we'll put that pipe there. Coming out there. And I'll grab the stone dust. It'll go right there. And then this will be for the two. Thought I heard something crackling like it was on fire. So this will be for the bauxite. I'll put it. Oh yeah. I'm so glad I don't end up with them, but I really wish you wouldn't have done it that way. Okay, and I picked to put it on the wrong one. Kind of figures. And then we need another one, which we have up here. And that'll be for the crushed tin, which will go there. So then that should do exactly what I want it to do right there. Bauxite will go into it, tin will go into it, and that'll go there. And then I can still grab the bauxite barrel, and once I get something I can place it off of up there, I can put it up on top. But that should work right there. So I'm going to go take a look at something else. We'll come back, check that out in a minute. Put that back, make sure nothing gets too hot or too dark. Yeah, we hear you, we hear you. This here, I was looking at these, and if you look at a macerator, says it'll give you 11 tiny piles. A shredder will give you a dust. A rock crusher will give you 11 tiny piles. That is a lie. I brought this big bad boy over. I hooked it up. I ran some through, and that is what I got. So using a rock crusher or a macerator is probably not going to do you any good. I know the rock crusher isn't. So basically you're going to lose that little bit that I didn't want to lose by putting it through the refinement. And I don't think anything's going to change in the next update for that either. So I guess we're just kind of stuck with it. Now I think I'm going to move this over here and put it in this one. I'm going to end up having to move this pipe, but it's not really going to be needed. I can reroute it a little bit. So I'm going to do the shredder the same way. So then that'll use this boiler independently. And then I'll just have these two that I don't have hooked up to anything yet. But one of them is going to be my press. So that'll just leave one. And I may end up taking it over to the other side anyways. I fully automated this just like everything else. It's got pipes under here with the hoppers to suck everything up and to put everything in. So it'll do that all by itself. Hi, Andy. Let's go ahead and grab a couple stacks of these and take it over to the other side. And we'll go look at what I've been doing over here. I've been doing a lot of work over here. I have the Gibble meter here hooked up. So it goes to all three of these. It only monitors the first one, but it goes to all three of these, and it'll shut off all three of them if that first one gets overpowered. And I've got this here MFE going into the HV. I think I showed you this in the last one. And that's how I'm powering my electrolyzer and my Pehoho lava, which this is paying off really nicely. I've got 36 tungsten nuggets. I've got just around a stack of silver, around a stack of gold nuggets. There's almost 4 stacks of tin nuggets, 7 stacks of copper nuggets, and then all of this stuff, which if you look here, this is just going to be mainly a way of getting carbon and silicon or silicon dioxide. It needs 256 GU centrifuge, so that's going to be a little bit before I actually use it, but it's going to be a nice way eventually down the road to do that. Now, what I've done here is I have a CSU on this side running into LV. I have my welder on this side and my engraver on this side with their magnets. Everything has its own battery box. And this is my cluster mill, which makes plates into foil. And that foil will be put into the engraver down here, and that's going to make me my fine wire circuitry. Now, what I'm going to end up doing, because the foil is basically only going to be for doing this, is I'm going to take this chest out of here and I'm going to route this down to go in right here on this side, so it'll automatically go in. But I just haven't done that automation yet because I've been working on a lot of other things. I also put in another MFE over here, which is nice and full. It's coming over here to another transformer, and there's another LV transformer behind there, and that is so I can run my polarizer, my roll bender, and my rolling mill. The rolling mill makes plates from ingots. This makes plates into curved plates, and this magnetizes your rods and stuff. And I do believe the way I got this hooked up that nothing that comes out of here should go in here, because I don't believe you can magnetize curved plates. And even if you can, I don't think I'll be making iron or steel or neodymium curved plates. So nothing should go from here to there. And if it does, then I'll have to deal with that later. I don't have the lathe hooked up yet over here. I do have this smelter hooked up over here, which is just for making plates from random stuff that I need to throw in there. And I also have one hooked up over on this side. I have this smelter over here, which is for ingots, and this is going to be for this cobalt here and stuff like that. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up some auto crafters. I'm probably not gonna use Gregtech ones at the moment because they take power, and in my opinion they're just as damn slow as a Buildcraft one that doesn't take power. But I'm gonna take this and put it in here, and then it's gonna automatically cook my ingots, and every 9 of these that I put in, I'll get basically an extra ingot, so I don't have to worry about it coming out in a odd amount that's not an ingot. So that's definitely not going to be fully automated because I'm going to have, I don't know what that noise is, that villager noise when you shift click, but this is basically what it's going to do. I'm just going to kick that on, and I thought you could run this through here. I swear it said you could. Let's see, smelter, refined cobalt, molten cobalt, 16 GU, so there's plenty there. Refined cobalt. So something's broke with that, because that's definitely 16 EU going in there. So let's double check it just to make sure. 16 GU a tick. Yeah, there's something definitely broke with that recipe. So I'll have to make sure Greg sees this video to see that it is definitely not cooking. So we'll have to check on that. Now there's also refined tin. So let's try it. See if it's gonna work. Yeah, the refined tin definitely is not working either. So definitely got to see what's up with that recipe. I'll let you guys know what I figured out. Let's get this tin out of here. So that kind of breaks the idea of having that there. So I guess what I'm going to have to do with all this brown limonite, chalcopyrite, and bauxite is just run it through my shredder, get the dust, and then run it through whatever process I plan to run that particular mineral out through. Like the chalcopyrite will get put through a roaster, the bauxite will get stored till I get enough sodium, things like that. So kind of stinks that that's working, or I guess not working. One other thing I wanted to show you, I had something really weird happen I've never had happen before. Everything down there should be fine while I run out here. I have a bunch of silver lime trees in there that I have bred to put out apples, because silver lime gives you more than what apple oaks do. I got me a mass storage unit to hold the wood that doesn't end up getting put into the coke ovens. But I was over here and checking this stuff out and found a hill cherry in this farm. So one of the bees apparently, or butterflies, pollinated one of those leaves, and I ended up with hill cherry. Now the problem is that that's a good thing and a bad thing. good thing is, let me bring this up here. Apples can be squeezed in a Gregtech squeezer to give you apple juice, which is what we're doing. And then that gets ran through the generifier to give us our fruit juice. Now, you can also use cherries for this. And these are Pam's. These are the ones we need here. So we go to squeezer and you'll see this puts out the exact fruit juice. So no generifying needed, so that system will run faster. Also, if you look at Hill Cherry in the, it's not going to show it to me because it's a crossbreed. The Hill Cherry gives more biomass than what the Apple Oak does as well. So by getting to Hill Cherry, I'm actually going to up my process even more. Problem is, cherries take time to be harvestable. See how that's nice and red? That means that those are apples that are ready to go. But if you look at the Hill Cherry over here, it will not look like that because it is not ready to be harvested. So I'm going to have to change my farm over to, I think it's called the orchard, which will pluck the cherries off and leave the actual wood, the tree there. And I've never done it before, not real sure how well it works, so I will have to play around with that a little bit. That lightning's kind of scared me. I want to check my boilers. I know it was lightning, but still got to check the boilers. Anytime I hear something go boom, it kind of worries me, you know? And hey, look at that. We finally got a tank of Pehoho done. Been working on that for about a day now, trying to get that all done. Which, by the way, if you notice this right here, that's that machine that I made in the update, the charging one of these. We had some kind of weird memory leak when we updated to 18, and so we reverted back to 16 without undoing the save or reverting the save. So it's still there. I'm hoping that it'll still be there when we go to the next update, and everything will be fine as long as nobody tries to access it or anything. It should work just fine that way. But that's what's been going on around here. I did a lot of rerouting for my ethanol. I have a tank put in here for my ethanol, but it's not actually filling up the tank because there's a great big huge pipe right here, and that runs basically from the tank there all the way over to about where this chest is, where this hole is right here. This is the end of the pipe. That way I can run it over this way to do the machines over here, but it's also ran over here, and I've got two of them hooked up to my electrolyzer, and then I got these two that are hooked up to this one. I don't believe I need two to this one. I'm going to do a little playing around with it and see if I can get rid of one of them. The update changelog for this week so far has a steam rotational machine turbine coming, so we can run our shredder and centrifuge off of steam power. So that'll be nice. Can't wait till the update gets here so we can try that. And looks like I'm out of apples again, so I'll go change that out after video's over. I got these, but they're not hooked up yet. They're just ran at the moment. And it looks like I can finally take this off of here. This was here just for getting rid of some of my excess things. Actually, you know what? I was wrong. Part of that is still needed. And that is the hopper part, because I got to put something on there to suck in regular saplings now. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm going to get these two things moved over there with those and keep getting some work done around here, and hopefully I'll be hooking up some stuff for wind power soon so I can get even more power in here. But as of right now, I'm running basically just off of steam and ethanol, and my ethanol comes from steam, so just about everything right now is running off of this charcoal system I have. If you got any questions about anything I've shown or that I didn't, let me know. I'll be glad to answer it. Have a good one. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.